What the f is this piece of sh?
Welcome back to the Monday Mail Call. I'm your host, the Duckman.
And I'm Aislinn. Aislinn!
And this, of course, is the little baby duck whose name's going to be revealed in this video. That's right. So before we get down to business, it is also Mail Call Monday, and right there in Aislinn's hand, she has something addressed to she.
To me. Me, myself, and I, not you.
Bummer. I actually got other stuff this week because I mentioned in another video that I'm not lonely enough to order stuff for myself. Well, I did. And we'll get into that later in this video as to what it's for, because that's the second half of this video. So go ahead and bust it up. What you got in there?
Alright, it came from W&E Jones in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
Alright.
Alright. Oh. Hello.
Yeah. What's that?
It is makeup samples, I think.
Oh.
Or some kind of a new Ultimate Rejuvenating Day Cream.
Did you just get a sponsor?
I don't know.
Maybe. Is there a note?
Yes.
Alright.
Happy late birthday. I've made you a birthday gift pin for you. Also added a few samples. Enjoy, Wendy and Eric, VW fans. Thank you.
Oh, fantastic.
And that was
Thanks, guys.
really sweet.
What's on the backside there?
A duck, or wait.
Is it a duck? A
No,
heron?
that's a type of bird. I can't remember what
A
it's
heron? Something like
No.
that? No. Albatross?
called. Maybe.
One of
Well,
them.
it's close to an albatross. Something. It's a
Well,
water
that's
bird.
Fantastic. A water bird. Just like this one here. A little water bird. A little water bird.
I will certainly give these a try.
Is there a pin in there they made,
Yeah.
right? Let's see what that is.
Haiku Reflection.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Avon.
Yes, Avon. Because I am all about keeping my skin youthful. As much as possible.
I'm naturally youthful.
No comment.
Well, if I have anything of my mom's good looks, a woman's in her 60s and still looks younger than me, so...
Oh, it's cute. It's a little pin. Looks like a little present.
A peasant?
A present.
A present, like a gift box?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
peasant.
Let me see it. Oh, okay. Well, fantastic. That is nice, and that's handmade.
Mm-hmm. It's really cute.
Oh, beautiful.
I like that.
Wendy and Eric, thanks so much.
Yes, thank you. I greatly appreciate it.
Well, moving on to the next part. This little guy here.
Ducky.
But first, we're going to roll the intro. We'll be back in just a second. But first, check out
Duckshit.net.
for all of our different social media links, including Bee's. Bee's not here yet, but she will be. And we may not see her in this video, but she'll be in the ones coming up the rest of this week. So stay tuned. We'll be back right after the intro. All right, well, we're back. And Aislinn over here has Boomer, a.k.a. The Boom. His name is actually Boomerang. She's got a little clip that she'll send me today. There's a reason why we named him that, but pretty much it had to do with me not being able to get rid of him when he was a duckling.
I don't think I've ever seen Boomer do that.
He does it all the time. Oh, stepped on him.
It's Boomer.
Now he's stepping on me too. Over here. He ate something again. Definitely some kind of a stronger thing, because really don't
Party little duck. And you're just ridiculous, Boomer.
Come here. This is why he's named Boomerang.
And there goes the other one.
Yeah, he's
And he's like, I'm done.
That's enough, he's here.
Bye.
He would always be up in my shit, and that's the Boom. This little guy, he's now just over 2 weeks old, and that's usually when I wind up naming these. I just wait long enough because we don't know if they're going to stick around. If they make it through the first 2 weeks of their life, they're usually going to be pretty good. Well, this little guy, as you know, He was found in the street. He showed up in my life uninvited. I didn't want him, I really didn't. I mean, I love him to death, but I never wanted this little guy. So he showed up in my life unexpected. And the last thing is, to keep on the constant theme with the boom, this little guy's name is Crash. And he crashed a party, you almost crashed the cars, yep, you almost got crashed yourself. That's it. Peep, peep. You like your name, huh? You're Crash. This is Crash. Hopefully Crash sticks around with us for another 18 years, just the same as Skeeter. If it is a Muscovy duck, which I'm pretty certain, little orange tip or red tip that you see there, and this big tail, which is what Muscovies get. This guy is probably a Muscovy. Now, boy or girl, we don't know yet. The ridge on the top of the beak is something that suggests that it could be a female, because you see that line that's down the top? The males don't usually have that. Right around 2 weeks, it starts to disappear and the bill gets flatter. But this one has it. So this little guy is named Crash. How about that? What do you think?
I like it.
That's it. Crash and the boom.
Oh, you little asshole!
Actually, he kind of nipped me. He really didn't get the baby. He went for my finger instead. He always bites Daddy. Always biting Daddy. This one, if it's a boy, it's going to be a bruiser with a big sharp bill, and it's going to hurt me. And
Your days are numbered.
Hopefully, we'll show Boomer a thing or two. That's it. Because you really, really need somebody to teach you what. And if it's a girl, it's still probably going to be a little bigger than Boomer, so it'll be a really impressive animal. Well, what's coming up this week? A little something new. I've been told many, many times that my yard is a junkyard, and you are absolutely correct. So I'm doing the best that I can to not only clean things up, because I plan on leaving this place to move to a shop, and I don't want to move that much crap. You want to move all this crap?
You're on your own.
Yeah, I kind of figured. I don't want to move it all, so I've been giving away things, I've been throwing things out, I've been trying to use things that I've got, and I've been trying to put things together into one place. So I'm cataloging and collecting and consolidating. So with that said, let's move over to this next segment of the video, and you guys are going to see what's coming up this week. Well, if you've been following me for a while, you'll know that I plan to move into a great shop space within the next year. But with a new space comes a large move, and I have too much stuff everywhere and it currently looks like hell. Little by little, I've been parting things out, throwing out garbage, selling stuff off, and giving things away. I'm also temporarily burnt out on Gregory. After all the hurricane hits last year, I just don't feel the same about him. Not to say that I'm giving up, because that would be false. I just don't feel like it at this time. Bee's Carmagia has taken the spotlight recently, but that's nearly ready for her to take home, and Eleanor is still a short ways off into the future. More updates on Eleanor to follow, by the way, so stay tuned for that. So what do I do with all this junk that I have to hold me over until Eleanor comes home? Well, I figured I should shake the channel up with something fresh. Something that will get new attention. So how about a junk build? Lots of other channels do it, so why not the MFDM? I've certainly got enough junk here. So I've created a little checklist of goals and guidelines for this project. 1. It has to be built primarily from junk. Volkswagen parts, motorcycle junk, 350Z crap, old power tools, computer parts, anything that I already have on my shelf or that I have access to for little or to no cost. Rust is a plus. Perhaps it'll be a rat rod? 2. The only exception to rule number 1 is the parts that need new replacement, like brake lines, brake pads, light bulbs, gaskets, some kind of adapters maybe, fasteners, metal and welding accessories, or any other normal and wear safety items, like maybe some tires. 3. All costs will be revealed for anything that I must buy. Ordinarily, I don't share or give away prices that I pay for things for a multitude of personal reasons, but this build will be different. It might be the only time that I do this, so please enjoy it. 4. I will be open to suggestions from my viewers. Of course, Patreons get first dibs for build suggestions of what they'd like to see. But I'm sure people that watch my videos on YouTube probably won't listen to this anyway and will just tell me something like, why don't you just go buy that and put that in instead? That's not the goal here. Just watch the comments. You'll see. 5. This will be a really quick build. It won't stretch out over years or perhaps even need less than a few months. Maybe even just a few weeks from start of the build to running and driving. Then other phases shall follow. Phase A, the initial build. Just slap it together as quickly as possible for a proof of concept. This is going to be a fast part, really, I hope so. Phase B, bug fixes, patching rust, fixing anything that breaks, or anything that doesn't work right or needs better shall be fixed here. And lastly, Phase C, which is upgrades and modifications. And you know that I never really finish anything here on this channel. Everything is constantly tweaked or changed, and if this project isn't a total piece of shit by the end of Phase A, it'll be treated just the same. I'll probably clean it, paint it, and, well, dress it up. And maybe even upgrade a few things on it to something really fancy, but I guess we'll see in time. Well, I've already begun collecting some things from around my property for this build to begin, and I've already started to lay things out, so expect the first video of this to come up soon. Oddly enough, this pan was rusted out pretty badly here in the middle, so I think this is a perfect candidate for a short job. Well, I guess we better get to cutting. My mom always said, be careful with sharp objects or you might cut off your... yeah. Well, my mom also said, you probably shouldn't lie to people. And that's more like it.
What the is this piece of shit?
Well, we're going to wrap up this video, but with that said, you guys have seen what's coming up this week, so you're definitely going to want to watch DuckmanCycles and VW Garage, because we're going to be working on that Junkyard project. And Crash here would like to say goodbye. Say goodbye, Crash. Yeah, well, you were peeping like crazy before we hit the record button. Now you're not. Aislinn, is there anything you'd like to add today?
It's beautiful here today.
It is a absolutely beautiful day. What is it, about 65?
About upper 60s, I think.
Upper 60s? You still got a jacket on.
Yeah, well, it was cool. It's allergies. The tree pollen's been horrible this week.
It has.
My allergies kicked my butt this week. I'm still hacking up half along a little bit.
Admittedly, it's the worst I've ever seen it. I have never seen cars of mine get dusted this badly. It probably has something to do with all that post-hurricane stuff, that these trees are struggling to try to reproduce after having lost so much of their crap last year. But I'm just guessing that. I don't know. I'm not a botanist.
I take my car to the car wash, and the next day in the morning, it's covered in pollen.
Covered in pollen. Everything I got's covered in pollen. Even after I go out in the yard, sometimes I find it on myself. I can just brush it out of my arm hair. It's all over my shirt. In fact, it's on my shirt now. See all the specks?
I got Boomer shit.
You got Boomer? Oh, he shit on you.
That's from his foot, probably.
Foot shit.
Thanks, Boomer. Dick.
Thanks for watching. Check out duckshit.net if you'd like to find our mailing address to send some stuff for Aislinn, for me, for B, for Crash, or the Boom, who's running around over there somewhere. And thanks, guys, for watching. We'll see you next week.
Bye. Peep, peep. No more?
He's off camera. He cheeps.
There you go.
He goes back on camera and he's quiet. Oh, don't jump down. Don't jump down. I got you.